Hello, my name is Heather, and obviously we're reading this series in this video because you saw the opening, and I wanted to take you all along for the ride, along the journey, to see if I enjoy this series. I've been feeling like I needed to read a dark romance lately. I've been feeling in the mood for it. I've been reading a lot of contemporary romances lately, but I needed to go back and read a dark romance, and I figured that why not just go ahead and break down and read this one, because a lot of people love it, a lot of people hate it, and I want to see where I fall in on all of that judgment. Okay, I am gonna still fill you in halfway through all of the books because there are 5 books in this series. One is called The Risk, the second one is Sidetracked, the third one is Scarlet Angel, the fourth one is All the Lies, and the fifth one is Painted All Red. And I've heard that this has a lot of trigger warnings. There are a lot of dark things in here. Our main character, Lana, or Lana, however you say her name, she's a serial killer, and then the love interest, I don't remember his name at all. He is an FBI agent, and they fall for each other. We're gonna see how it all goes, okay? We're gonna see. I have this all separated, and then I went to go put this on my Goodreads to read thing, and I realized that St. Abby is Christy Cunning as well, and Christy Cunning wrote the 4 Psycho series, which I absolutely freaking loved. I loved that series so much, and then I realized that St. Abby died. I didn't know that. That's really sad, because the 4 Psycho series, I read all 4 of those books in like a day and a half. I loved that series so much. If I find it, I'll leave it for you. I'm pretty sure I did a video on it a couple years ago. I don't remember, but just wanted to show you that I filled this out, and it's really sad. I didn't realize that she had passed away. Hello, we are on vacation, and I brought this behemoth of a book with me, and I ended up getting to the halfway point of book 1 last night. I'm really enjoying it so far. This is something that I have been wanting to read for a long time, and I just needed to be in the mood to read some dark romance. So enjoying, I'm liking it a lot. It's pretty fast paced. It just jumped straight to it with Lana, is that her name? Lana. Murdering somebody, so that was great. And then we also met Logan, who is the FBI agent who is actually the one who is investigating the murders that Lana has done across the United States. So yeah, so far so good. Female serial killer, which you don't really see all that often. Her methods are interesting to me, and the way that he is a profiler also interests me as well. They just got hot and heavy in a scene, so you know I'm all about that too. But yeah, so just wanted to fill you in, let you know that. So everyone's asleep, and my husband's in the shower. But I'm going to fill you in on this and let you know that I just got done with book 1. I'm about to start on book 2. I'm still really enjoying this. I really like Lana, and I like how she is helping Logan with a specific case, and how Logan is like not supposed to be telling her things about the case, but he can't seem to stop himself because he really trusts her. Though they did like fall for each other, fall for each other super quickly. But I'm not minding it in this book. I'm not. Even though Lana doesn't want Logan to find out like what she's doing, I really do think that she actually likes him. I'm hoping so, and I'm hoping it's not just like, I'm sorry, I got distracted by a commercial. I'm not used to commercials because we watch just like YouTube all the time at my house. So now that we have cable in the hotel room, I'm like, what is that show? Looks pretty good. Anyways, what was I saying? I hope she really likes Logan and she's not just using him, but I don't think that she is. Because she knows that she doesn't need to be with him, but she really likes him and like they have a connection and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm liking it so far. And then the ending of book 1, I was like, ooh, okay, Hadley caught Lana in something. We know about Lana's past, and that's another thing that I'm liking about the story too. We already know who Lana is, and we already know that something traumatic happened to her in her past. We're getting like little glimpses here and there of what happened, and she's very brutal in the act of murdering people, but when she's just being like a regular person, you know, and not killing people, she actually has a conscience and she is actually very caring and a warm person, and that's what Logan really likes about her. But one thing that is getting on my nerves is that Logan's like, she's perfect. She's like the perfect woman. There's nothing wrong with her and all this kind of stuff. And sometimes my characters, I don't really like it because, you know, everybody has flaws. He knows that she has flaws, but he's like, what flaws does she have? Because she's perfect for me. Even though the murders that she's committing, he's actually investigating. So I'm interested to see how that's going to play out. But this book is really heavy, so I'm going to stop holding it. But I just want to let you know that I am on to book 2. And today is our last day here, so I'm going to try to get as far as I can tonight, and then I'll fill you in. I'm going to try to get done with book 2, at least tonight, because it's not that long. It's, I think, like, book 2 a little over, like, 175 pages, I think, maybe 200 pages. Maybe I'll get it, I don't know, I'll fill you in then. I'll let you know. Sorry about the lighting, but I'm not turning on any lights because the babies are asleep. Hello. I am halfway through, no, not halfway through this. I'm halfway through book 2 of this series, and book 2 is okay so far. I am liking the detective work, and I'm liking all of the talk about like Lana and how she is trying to take down these people and stuff like that. But honestly, I'm wanting more of like the brutality that's supposed to be in this story rather than the jealousy aspect of Lana and Logan. Logan is extremely possessive of Lana, and there was a scene in here where he got super mad at her for being somewhere where she's not supposed to be because she has like a security detail at her house and stuff. And he gets so mad at her and he talks down to her, and I was really happy to see that she stood up for herself like she did. But they've only been together for like not even a month, and he's already acting like that. And I'm like, dude, I know that you were like an FBI agent and you're hot stuff and everything, but don't be treating her like that, you know? And she's not an angel by any means, obviously, but the way like she's doing stuff to avenge things that have happened to her in the past, so I understand where she's coming from. And in a way, I respect her for that too. And she's just trying to live her life, and he just comes along, and then he's like, she's doing all these things for him, but when she tries to comfort him, he automatically goes off on her, and I don't like that, okay? Which, like I said, he is chasing after this killer called the Boogeyman, and he's trying to solve the case, and he's trying to get this person in custody and everything like that. So there's a lot of stuff going on. He's really stressed out. But I just didn't like the way he treated Lana. So there's that. I just heard something. But yeah, I am halfway through book 2, so I'm going to finish that hopefully tonight. I think I can finish it. It's not that long. It's only like 50 pages as of right now, so I'll most likely finish that tonight and fill you in on what I'm thinking. But book 1, I'm going to give a 4. That's how I'm going to do this. I'm going to, you know, whatever my rating is divided by 5, blah, 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 that thing, you know, not divided by 5, divided by 25. Anyways, I'm going to do math and I'm going to tell you what my overall rating is after I finish all of these, okay? So, first book was a 4. Second book, I don't know about it yet because I'm really not liking Logan in the second book. I liked him in the first book, but in the second book, I don't know. He's going to have to redeem himself, okay? Here a report that I am now on book 3. I finished book 2. And Logan redeemed himself. Lana did something that I was very happy about, though I probably shouldn't be happy about it because she like murdered somebody, you know. But one thing I can say about Lana is that even though she is a serial killer, right? She is she's killing people that are horrible humans. So it's kind of like you're rooting for her, but you know that she's not a good person, but she's kind of a good person because, you know, she's ridding the world of evil people and people that have done really bad things to her plus other people, you know. And the guy that she just like took out, he was not a good person whatsoever, and he liked little girls. So I'll leave you with that note. But yeah, I don't she's one of those gray characters that you're like, okay, you see why she's doing it. Should she be doing it the way she's doing it? Probably not, but you just gotta root for her, you know. And then we have Logan, who's literally on her case, like trying to figure out if she's the murderer or not knowing that she is the murderer, but he's trying to like figure it out. But he's also on a case where this guy is murdering women, and he knows that Logan is closing in on him, and he's taunting Logan and his team. And he also, the killer also like hurt people that are on his team. So he's dealing with that too, and Logan knows that he is probably gonna go after Lana because he's most likely seen Lana and Logan together because Lana did something. That's why Logan went off on her. He still shouldn't have gone off on her the way he did. But again, he redeemed himself and they're back together now, okay? Because they've been together for a month, but they're already in love. That's one of the things that is getting on my nerves about this book. They are so in love in a month. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Anyways, so I'm moving on to book 3. So book 1 was a 4. Book 2 is a 3.5. Hopefully book 3 gets better because book 2 ended on a cliffhanger, and I'm so glad that I have this book because I was like, woman, how are you gonna leave me on a cliffhanger like that? I want to know. I already know what's gonna happen because Lana is Lana, and she's not gonna let somebody overpower her like that because he cheap shotted her. Anyways, this video is full of spoilers. If you have not figured that out yet, I will most likely put that somewhere in the title. But yeah, so moving on to book 3. I'll fill you in when I'm halfway through book 3 to let you know how I'm feeling. But, you know, dark romance, so far so good. I've needed something like this for a while. I can't believe it's taken me this long to pick this book up. But, okay, I'm going to continue reading. At this moment in time, I cannot be bothered by doing my hair. You're also sitting on a pile of books. Pile of books are my life at the moment because I have not found the motivation to clean up my office, but I continue to buy books. It's just a little glimpse into my life at the moment. But I did finish book 3 last night. Or no, I got to the 50% mark of book 3. Sorry. Got to the 50% mark of book 3, and book 3, it's just moving on along. And Hadley surprised me. Okay, Hadley is one of those characters that I was not driving with at the very beginning, which she's doing her job, you know. But now I'm like, Hadley, okay. Hadley is a girl, like she's trying to help Lana. She knows spoiler, she knows all of Lana's secrets, and she's just gonna let Lana do what Lana does because Lana helped her pretty much. And I don't think Lana did it to make Hadley like want to help her. I think Lana did it because Lana actually has a conscience, and she actually has like remorse, and she wants all of these evil men to be out of the world. And knowing that Hadley had something like that happen to her when she was younger, Lana wanted to take that out of, like, take that part of Hadley's life away. Well, not away, but like rid Hadley of that issue that she had, and possibly help Hadley get through all of the trauma plus all of the guilt that she had too about what happened to her, like what Hadley had to go through when she was younger. So I enjoyed getting to know Hadley in that sense, and what Hadley had to endure in the first chapter of book 3 was hard to read about, but it also opened her eyes to Lana a little bit more, and she understands Lana a little bit more. I really do think that Logan has just put some blinders on his eyeballs, because he's supposed to be like one of the best profilers in all of the world, right? And Lana, even though we know who Lana is, he doesn't know who Lana is. But I think he is just not paying attention because he thinks that Lana is the absolute perfect human being, and he is in love with her, and everything about her is just like God tier to him. So when it comes to Lana, this book is really hurting my butt. When it comes to Lana, he just like doesn't see any red flags with her whatsoever, which is weird to me. But then again, if you're enamored by somebody, you don't see the red flags, you know, and you just, anything that sticks out to you that's weird or that doesn't seem right, you're just kind of like, meh. But they're perfect, you know, they're perfect. But I don't dislike Lana. I think that what she is doing is, obviously killing people is not okay, but the reason why she's doing it, I can sympathize with her in that way. So it's one of those books. Like I said, she was a morally great character, but something that she did to one of the other FBI agents that's a woman, and she doesn't like her because Logan and her used to be a thing, but Lisa, her name's Lisa, Lisa's also like super jealous and doesn't want Logan around Lana, whatever. Anyways, that love triangle thing right there. And Logan's just like, I don't care what she thinks, but Lana thinks it's funny to mess with Lisa. It's petty. It's real petty, but I enjoy it. So Lisa shouldn't have been a turd at the very beginning. But I understand why Hadley is like having this argument with Lana at the moment about messing with her team and how it's not okay to mess with the team. Like, she knows that Lana is murdering people, but she's like, you need to leave my team out of it, and if you continue to do that, then I'm going to tell Logan who you actually are. So it's a very interesting dynamic at the moment, but I'm enjoying it. I am. And I said recently I wanted more gruesome scenes. I kind of got that. I kind of got those because the more the book goes on, the more descriptive it gets. The flashbacks are hard to read about Lana and her brother. And I'm also very interested to learn more about Jake, Lana's best friend and partner in crime. I'm really interested to learn more about him. So, as you can see, I'm enjoying this. 5 minutes in to me rambling. But I will let you know when I finish book 3 and give you my rating. Hello. So I'm about to get my hair done, but I wanted to let you know that I'm into book 4 right now. And I'm still enjoying it for the most part. I'm going to give book 3 4 stars, okay? I really liked book 3. So now we're in Lana's actual hometown where she's going to avenge, and she's going to kill all the people that hurt her, that are still alive, that she has not killed yet. And the town in general is just corrupt. We learn that the sheriff is completely over the entire town. Everything he says goes. People are terrified of him. He owns everything. It's a very, very small town, very religious town as well. So the things that happened to Lana and her brother, the town knew about. The town did nothing about, because the sheriff told his son to go do it. Because Lana and Marcus's dad, Marcus is her brother, Lana and Marcus's dad was a supposed serial killer. He got wrongly convicted, and he ended up dying the day after he was convicted. And the sheriff had something to do with it, obviously. I just don't know how. Like, I see how he was involved, but I don't know how he was involved all the way. That hasn't been revealed yet. But some of the story now is just getting a little too over the top for me, like how she is starting to not prank the people of the town, but like scare the people of the town. It's just a little too unrealistic for me. So far the story has been pretty realistic in the fact of like the serial killer, her being a serial killer, her dating a FBI agent, blah blah blah. That's been really well done so far. But the way that she is now scaring the people of the town is a little bit too convenient for me. But that's not to say that I don't like it, that I don't like the story. It's just kind of like me rolling my eyes at some points. But I'm excited to see where the story goes, and I'm gonna take it with me while I go get my hair done. So just wanted to let you know that I'm in book 4, enjoying it. Today's just been a day, okay? Today's been a day. This whole month, like these whole 5 months have been a day, okay? But yeah, so enjoying this. I'm gonna try to get to 50% in this hair appointment, and then I'll fill you in and let you know how I feel. But right now, it's going well, okay? Going well. This book. So I finished book 4. I know I said I was going to check in with you halfway through, but I just couldn't stop reading, so I decided to keep reading. Okay, so book 4, like, I loved it, but I also was so mad at Logan. Okay, and I know that Logan has a job, and I know that Logan, he is the epitome of a good agent who just wants to bring somebody in for justice, right? But he handles like normal things so weird to me. So weird. But he also has an obligation to, you know, bring people in who are murdering people, but then it's also Lana who's doing it, and he's in love with her. And I usually do not like third act breakups, but I also understand why he did what he did at the end, besides like them having sex at the end. I didn't really understand that. That was more like a punishment to her, and I don't like that. I don't like that kind of stuff, like where it's just the punishment and they get what they want, and then they, like, you know, throw you away like you're trash, pretty much. I don't like those kind of scenes. So, but I understand why he's upset about what Lana did, because what Lana's doing is wrong morally, but she's doing it because this town is corrupt, and I am just so irritated. And I know I shouldn't be, but I am, because of the way that he just treated her. Knowing that she's been through a lot, and profiling this killer all the way up until now, and even Logan's team is like, remember, you love her. Remember, why she's doing what she's doing. Is it morally correct? No. Is it morally wrong? Yes. But these people in this town, they are not good people. And everybody that Lana has taken out so far, they're not good people. They're not. And they are corrupt. They are so corrupt. I don't know. You know, it's just one. I mean, it's fiction, okay? I don't know why I'm getting so, like, hot about this, but I'm so irritated with him. But book 5 is pretty long. Book 5 is the longest one of all of these books. It's a little over 150 pages, so it's a little longer than all the other books. All the other books have been like 125 pages long. Sorry, I just ate. I can't help it, okay? I can't help it. But yeah, and I'm loving the title of this book, Paint It All Red, because Lana is obviously, she's sad at what just happened, but the end of book 4, she is just like, he was like, he helps her remember how to be human, because, you know, she's turning into somebody that she never thought that she would, and what she went through has made her a very, very dark person, you know. And he was like her humanity to remember to stay human, because if you don't watch true crime at all, people who go off revenge killing turn into literal monsters, you know, which, I mean, a lot of serial killers are monsters anyways, but yeah, anyways, that's a conversation for a different day. But like, the end of it says, I thought love would rip my heart out. I thought it would set me on fire. Instead it turned me to ice, because now she's just like, well, without him, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, because he didn't arrest her right then. He put handcuffs on her, but she can get out of handcuffs. So I'm fixing to see what is about to happen. And then she has, like, at the beginning of each book, Lana has written out the names of the people that she has killed and marked them out, you know. And then this one, she's just like, screw the list, it's time for the end game, and she's fixing to, just like what the book says, paint it all red. So we'll see how Logan feels. And there was a scene in here where Logan was being attacked by by some of these cops in this town, and he realizes that the Scarlet Slayer is what they're calling Lana. The Scarlet Slayer is the one who saved him. And he realizes, like the team realizes, that the Scarlet Slayer isn't going after anybody on their team. She's actually protecting them. And they realize that. And she literally saved him from dying. And he still treated her. I know. It's one of those books, okay? It's just one of those books. But, I will say book 4 is a 5. Book 4 is a 5-star, because I want to just know what's going to happen, and I understand why everybody, when they get to book 4, they're like, oh my god, okay? But yeah, book 4 was 5-star. I'll give it a 5-star. So book 1, 4-star, book 2, 3.5 stars, book 3, 4-star, book 4, 5-star. So we'll finish this up, and then I'll let you know how I feel about the entire book. We went to the library today. They had such a good selection. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you need to, because I just put my TBR up there. But yeah, there you have a good selection of books at my library now, and I'm very, very happy what I saw. Wonder if I'll see this there. Who knows? So, editing this video, it's been about 6 months since I read this book. And editing this video, I realized that I didn't even tell you about book 5. And I didn't even tell you my rating of this book. I finished this in 2024, okay? So this was in last year's ratings. But I'm just getting around to edit this video. And I was like, Heather, you didn't even end this video. So I ended up giving this book altogether 4.5 stars. I thought that this book was really, really good. There were some books in here, like book 2 and book 3 weren't my absolute favorite, but book 4 and book 5 really solidified my ratings for me. And I thought that this was a very well done dark romance. This is the kind of dark romance that I absolutely eat up. The morally gray characters, just the overall backstory that, what was her name? I don't remember her name. Lana had. She had a purpose for what she was doing. She wasn't just going around and murdering people because she felt like doing it. She was doing it because it was something like deep inside of her. She wanted revenge, and she wanted to help other people, even though in her own little twisted way she could have went to like the police or told what's his name again? She could have told Logan what was actually going on rather than going out and avenging the people herself. But she did it to help other people, and the people that did not deserve, in her opinion, to die didn't. And she avenged her brother, she avenged her father, she avenged all of the people that were in this corrupt town, and she just did it because she felt like she needed to, and she felt compelled to. And I appreciate characters like that. There are some dark romances where characters just do horrible things to people because they want to, and they have no remorse or anything like that. But Lana is not that kind of character. I thought she was very well developed, and yeah, so I enjoyed this book. Like, I'm glad that I finally read it, and I'm glad that I liked the experience of it. I figured that I would really like this book knowing that this was the same author that wrote the Four Psycho series, because I really enjoyed that series and I ate it up, and it was the same with this one. I ate it up too. But I wanted to give you my final thoughts and actually put this video out because it was something that I really enjoyed, even though this is older, like, I read this in 2024, but still wanted to give you all of my thoughts and opinions. If you have not read this series yet and you have been wanting to, and you've seen it around because it's still around all over the place, I would suggest it, especially if you are a dark romance person. And if you've never read a dark romance before, this would probably be a good starting point for you. It is gruesome, but like I said, Lana, she does have a purpose and she has reasons as to why she's doing what she's doing, and it's not overly sexual. I mean, it does have some steamy scenes in it, but it's not like erotic. I think that you would enjoy this, especially if you like stories like Criminal Minds, or if you are a person who watches or listens to or reads a lot of where was I going with that? True crime. Wow, okay, sorry. If you consume true crime in a way, I think you would like this book, because it does have some police procedurals in it. It does have just that whole kind of vibe going with it, and I think that you would enjoy. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know in the comments down below if you've read this book, your thoughts on it, if you had the same thoughts as me, if you what do you think about this book? If you haven't read it yet, if you're gonna pick it up, just let me know in the comments down below. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.